welcome to this week's exciting episode of Inside Mbambamba. I am your host Leo Gant, and on this week's episode, we've got Mdu Msibi on the hot seat, and Mdu is gonna dot the I's and cross the T's on different aspects that comes into motor ownership and sales. Mdu, please introduce yourself.
Thank you for having me. My name is Mdu Msibi. It's not much to tell, but I was born in Barberton, raised in Pinar. Um, Currently, I'm staying in Tegwane South with my family. I'm currently working at Motors Toyota in Nelspruit. I'm a sales executive there. I've been in the motor industry for 12 years, but I've been with Toyota for 2 years.
Okay. Dude, thank you for honoring us with your presence. Dude, let's just jump straight into it. I'm sorry, but what is a trade-in? How does a trade-in work?
A trade-in, it's actually when you bought the car before, whether you bought it under finance or it was cash, and now you actually want to bring the car to us. So we call that a trade-in.
Okay. Actually, I like your answers. They're actually quite on point. Like
Yes.
you'd need to be an idiot not to understand that. Um, how long have you selling cars?
12 years now.
12 years now.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, 12 years. And actually, I'm just one of the people that still, it doesn't matter the 12 years. I'm still learning because there's still a lot of things to learn. But the key thing that you need to have is just like you must just listen. A listening skill is better.
So you say selling cars is something you is it a passion or it's just something you want to pursue?
Actually, not selling cars per se, just to sell, like just selling. It was something that I was doing in my entire life because I've worked for the bank and I was also selling there as well. And then after the bank, and then I went to the dealership.
Okay. So, would you say that selling cars really was there something that spoke to you, or you had something in mind just to sort out like in terms of like problem solving? Okay, like when I was like, if you're a type of person who's like, yeah, I like to identify a problem and offer a solution. Is that how you landed up in car sales? Or
No, actually, it started at an early age where I've got the passion of selling.
yes.
Yeah, for me to be in the car industry, it's just because of the passion of selling. So that's where actually everything started.
Okay.
Because also in the bank, I was just selling as well. Sales consultant, still selling.
You're still
That's
selling.
why sales consultants as well, still selling.
Dude, I'm sorry to put you on the spotlight, but you're already on the spotlight. So, how many cars have you sold to date? Like, if you had to give us a ballpark figure, it doesn't have to be however accurate. Just give me a number. I just wanna shock me.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's a very difficult one. Because if it's at least like a year,
Yeah.
it's easy to say like an average. For an example, an average of a month or something like that. But to say like 12 years, that's difficult.
Okay.
Because now I've been into motors for 2 years, so it's actually not easy to say like I've sold 500 cars or I sold 1,000,000 cars. It's just a difficult one.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll tell you what. Let me try and simplify it a bit, just a bit. Calendar year, motors, whichever year. Give me a figure.
Okay, like just these 2 years.
Just one. Well, one is fine. Just give me a figure that lines up with that particular.
Actually, it's like an average of about 8 to 9 cars
a month.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, numbers. Ronaldo. So, dude, what would you say is the hottest selling car on your lot right now? Like, if you had to go to, if you close your eyes and picture your sales floor, What's this hottest selling car right now and why?
It's the Fortuners, the 2.4 Chili 6, because people are price based.
Okay.
So around the price that we have currently, we've got the best prices and we're selling them less than the price that we actually need to sell it for. So if customers, they can go to the internet and check, we've got the right pricing. So that's why they're selling so much.
Do you think there's any reason in particular why the 2.4 Fortuner would sell over the 3 liter diesel?
Yeah, it's a previous model, that 3 liter, and
Yes,
now
yes, yes.
people like they just move over because there's a 2.4 and a 2.8. So some of them, they say, if I don't really need to pull big stuff and I don't uh, need to have a 4x4, I just need just the Fortuner.
Okay.
Or some of them will prefer a 4x4, some of them will want a 2.8. So it's a preference, but mostly people are buying too much the 2.4 based on the pricing. Yeah.
Between me and you, I think the 2.4 is a much better car
Compared to the 2.8. I wouldn't.
compared to both the 2.8 and the 3 liter because it's lighter.
It's a preference actually. I wouldn't say it's better than the 2.8.
No,
It's
I'm
a
just saying.
preference of customers, and the one that we normally have is a 2.4.
Yes.
We also have the 2.8, but based on affordability and pricing, then they prefer the 2.4.
So, how important is customer service to you?
It's very, very important. I don't know how deep can I go in, but it's the service is very, very, very important to have customer service because it's a trail. If you service one customer, you must have an eye that there's another 20 behind that customer that you're servicing now. So the important is you give the best service that you can to the one customer that's there in front of you, because most people, they do talk, the social media and everything. So if that one customer that you service is going to talk about you and all the good things that you have done, and friends will also ask, if I want to buy a car, would you recommend? They will say, just go to Mdu. Here is his number. You can WhatsApp him, you can phone him at any time. So it's going to be a trail. Like, one of my selling tool is actually customer service. I get most of my customers through the customers that I sold cars before. Because sometimes I'll get a call and a customer is mentioning that I got your number from Mr. So and so, and I can't remember exactly which one because there's lots of them.
Plenty.
Then I say, okay, it's fine. How can I assist you? And then I say, please assist me. I'm looking for a car, and I get lots of customers through that. So that's why I'm saying customer service is very important, because you're not just servicing the customer that's there in
You're
front of you.
servicing everybody that they
Exactly,
know,
that you don't
everybody
even
that they
know.
love,
Yes.
everybody that they talk to.
Yes,
I
because
think
you
that's
don't
dope.
disappoint them. You just give them exactly what they want. So it's very important just to know that the customer that's there in front of you, you actually got 20 behind that one.
Facts.
Because the first one that you're going to get after that one, there's also another 20.
They are gonna
Exactly. That's how
pay it forward, like literally.
Yes. That's why I said to you, at Motors Toyota and Alspred, I'm only 2 years.
Yes.
I've worked in my previous dealership, I worked for 9 years. But I still get customers
From the other dealership.
Yes, I still get them as well. And I still help them because Motors is actually a big group. So I can still get cars for them.
You know, I've said this before that people don't buy the product, they buy the person.
Thank you. That's
So-
definitely true, yes.
And
it's based also on your question, which is service.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So funny enough, your answer lines up with my next question, which is why would anybody buy demo and used or versus used in a purchase?
Let me firstly explain what is a demo.
I think that's dope.
A demo, it's a car that actually not registered under any person. It's under a dealership, and it depreciates every month. So it actually is not going to be the same price if you want to buy, for example, a new car. It's going to be less than. But it's going to be, for example, now it's 2024.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a 2024 with kilos on, and depending how long it was on demo. For an
Yeah.
example, if you get it like it's been on demo for 5 or 6 months, the price will differ if you get the cars like it's got like 1 month. So the more it's on demo like for 6 months and you come now you buy it, it's still 2024.
So I got it, but how does a car actually become a demo? Is that the cars that dealerships used for test drives? Yeah, like I'm just trying to understand
Yeah.
how.
Actually, it's an idea for a dealership,
Okay.
so that if you are a salesman, for example, it's easy to sell a car that you've driven before. So if
Yes.
you drive the car, it's an idea that this car actually, you know, the stuff that you actually studied, and now you actually doing it practical. If you're driving the car, then you know exactly, and it's easy to sell it to a customer. It's another question to say, why do they actually do courtesy cars? It's exactly the same thing. For example, now you're driving a 2.4 Fortuner, because we spoke about a Fortuner,
Yes.
and now you're bringing in your car for a service, but you still need a car urgently. Then the
Yes.
dealership is giving you 2.8. Now you've got the experience of both cars, and
Yes.
now you've got an idea of changing from 2.4
To
to
2.8
2.8 based on what you've uh,
experience because you
experienced
had
at
it for
that time.
4 days. I
Yes.
get you.
So that's the idea behind.
It's like uma ufuna demo.
If anybody wants a
What's it
demo,
all?
how
Ngithola
does
njani? Is it
how
advertised njenge-Fortuna
it
online
is?
Yeah, yeah.
or ngiyithola on the floor?
Okay. How you can find out if this is a demo or it's a used? How do you get it? Does it get advertised? Yes, it does. On on the website, if you go in, it will say like used
Yes.
used cars, but it
You.
will also be there. You can just check the kilos, because
Yeah.
usually when it advertises, it will say like 1,000 Ks or
Yeah.
95 Ks or something like that. Then you can be able to see that
That's a
this one
demo.
is not a trade in; it's a demo,
Mm.
because they're not gonna trade in mostly like on 1,000 kilos or 500 or so. So you can mostly check that, and usually like now we are in March, it's 2023 and 2024. So a demo will be like more or less in those years, the year model with 2023 and 2024.
Okay. So I don't know if you have any other things that you'd like to mention to our listeners. Till tricks of the trade, something that they should look out for in terms of new vehicle purchases. Um, the floor is yours. That's your guy right there.
Actually, first thing first, you just need to look at the condition of the vehicle. Because let's say, for an example, you saw only the pictures and now, or only the pictures online, and now you want to come in and view the car. So you just firstly check the condition of the vehicle, if you're happy with the condition, like if maybe scratches and stuff like that is on, or if the vehicle maybe they did fix something. Just ask this question. I see this car is here now, but did you ever fix something on this car, on scratches
Was
and
it ever
dents?
involved in an
Yeah,
accident?
stuff like
Stuff
that.
like that.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
ask. Then they'll answer you like, yeah, we did fix the bumper or something with scratches. Because some customers, they hate it when they come in. Now the car is on the floor with scratches. They don't like that. Some of them, they understand. They say, okay, it's fine. It's going to be fixed. The car that just came in. But preferably with, you need to find the car on the floor without scratches, anything like that. So you check the condition, check the service history as well, if the car has been serviced and when was the last service and all that. So you just check all those stuff. If the
Perfect.
car's got a spare key as well, it's very important.
Mdu, this is inside Mbombela, and Mbombela is leaning on two borders, which is the Mozambique, the country, and Eswatini, the country. So my question to you would be, what if I'm living in Eswatini and I want to buy a car from you, and you are Motors Mbombela Toyota?
Yes, yes.
How would that transaction work out?
Okay, it's easy. The first thing, you just identify the car actually that you want to buy.
Yeah.
For an example, you can make the example of a Fortune again. Then you tell me, actually, I'm looking for this Fortune. I saw it online and I want to buy it. How do I do it? Okay. You go, like first thing first, depend if you want to buy it cash or finance. But let's say you're financing. You go to the I make a quote for you. You send me like your ID, and
Yeah.
then I made a quotation for you.
Mm.
Um, and then I will send you the quotation. You just take the quotation, whatever what they need in Swaziland, they will tell you what they need for you to do the finance there. I only send you the quotation. And the Bank of Swaziland will then, if they approve your deal, they will just email the approval to me.
Okay.
Once they send the approval to me, I do the offer to purchase. We do the internal processes, we do the invoice, and then we email it back to Swaziland for them to be able to do the contract for you on that side.
I love the fact that we are using the Fortuna as a base of do you as Toyota do do people need to qualify to buy the top Fortuner? Because it looks like these people are related. As
Yes.
a driver on the road, I know
Yes.
that these people have the same mentality. Like they drive 2.5 inches from your bumper, and they seem to be overly, I won't say aggressive. Let's just say they are eager to get to get to wherever they are going. So oh, what does an average Fortuner driver look like? Like according to you?
It's actually, it's not about the age actually.
Yeah.
Mostly because now it's a new generation. Uh, People they prefer like, because the Fortuna it's a 7-seater. Some of them will prefer it before because it's a 7-seater. So it's got more seats than to have two cars. You can drive one, and then you've got all your family together.
So do this is inside Mbombela. We live in Mbombela, literally an hour away from two border gates. And the car we're talking about, which so happens to be one of my favorite cars, the Toyota Fortuner, is popular in other locales outside our borders as well. What is Toyota as a group doing to safeguard our vehicles as South Africans? And can you tell us more about that?
Yes, actually, there are features that have been included. It's just that maybe some customers they don't know about, but I don't want to expose everything on camera, but they can just visit the dealership because the stuff uh, that they need to know
It's
that actually
sensitive.
yes that they need to add on the vehicle. Some of them already have that already. For an example, from 2020 till now. So yeah, so the what I can say, they can just visit their nearest Toyota. They can get more info on it.
Okay. So, in closing on that one particular subject, if you have bought a Toyota Fortuner from 2020, the safeguards that you need to activate, but you can only do that from your local Toyota dealership.
Yes,
They will press all the buttons, whatever voodoo magic they need to, so that your pride and joy stays in the family.
yes.
Do how do people find you?
Um, okay, it's easy to find me. It's either you can phone me. I've got only one number, and I answer it every time, which is 072 072 And you can also email me as well on mcb at motorstoyota.co.za. You can also phone the office as well, which is 013-753-4800. 013-753-4800. And you just ask for Do. And also on Facebook, you can also find me as well. It's Mdu Msibi. On Instagram as well, it's the same Mdu Msibi. So yeah, that's the way you can find me.
Short and
You
simple.
can also WhatsApp me as well.
On the same number that you
Same
started
number.
with.
I've got one number.
You've got one number.
One cell phone number.
Okay.
One cell phone number.
I think that's dope. Um, Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode of Inside Mbambela. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe this particular video so that we can all grow and prosper. Amanda to you. Away. Out.